All right, there is so much excitement in and around San Antonio. The Alamodome, home to so many fun, electric, and captivating events. And with 2023 right around the corner, there is so much more in store.
It's been an exciting year for the Alamodome. So joining us in today's Leading SA segment is Richard Oliver with the Alamodome. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
I love that, Max. Fun, entertaining, and captivating. I'm putting it down right now into my press release.
we got to throw it on a banner somewhere. But no, Richard, looking back over the last 12 months, from your perspective, from the Alamodome's perspective, how was 2022 at the Dome?
I think resurgent is a great word. I mean, it was an outstanding year, especially, and it kind of ramped up as the year went on. And now we don't want to ever say that we're through the pandemic. I don't know that we can safely say that at any point at this time. But I tell you what, if anything personified how San Antonio likes to get together and be together as a group, I think the Alamodome did it this year. The last 5 months of 2022 saw 13 events with 10,000 or more people at the Alamodome, including, of course, Bad Bunny, Grupo Firme, Rammstein, Poison, Motley Crue, and how about UTSA football and what they did over the last few weeks? It has been an outstanding year, and 2023 is shaping up to look pretty good as well.
Okay, and you just said 2023, it's around the corner. There's excitement brewing already. I know my husband's very excited about Royal Rumble coming in January. It's a big deal for the wrestling world. So what should San Antonio expect in terms of events?
It's really, there's a lot of events coming up in 2023, Sarah. And one thing, though, in May 15th, there's a pretty big birthday party. The Alamodome turns 30 years old on May the 15th of next year. So we have got a slew of things happening all year long. It's going to be outstanding. We thought 2022 was good. Let me tell you, we've got, of course, Royal Rumble, just that you mentioned. Everyone's just so excited about that. Ticket sales are through the roof. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, you better jump on that. The Spurs' 50th anniversary game on January the 13th, trying to set the NBA record for attendance, 65,000 people. They're trying to get in there for that. The Warriors are coming to town, so that's going to be a great game. And, of course, we've named a couple of the XFL Spring Football League. The Rock will be here in the spring, certainly kicking off that league. And also we've named two big concerts, Pink in September, the Red Hot Chili Peppers in May, and we've got a couple more that I can't tell you about just yet, but we've got some really great events coming up in 2023. And again, 30 years old for the Alamodome.
You sure you don't want to break any of that news here?
So, fun fact, me and the Alamodome have the exact same birthday, year and day of the month. But Richard, you actually, you kind of mentioned UTSA a little bit. You mentioned the XFL. What is UTSA's immense success over the last 2 years? What has that meant to the Dome?
It's meant a lot. In fact, you kind of think that UTSA's success, their recruiting, to be able to bring in some of the players they brought in, part of it stems from playing in the Alamodome. I mean, not too many college football teams get a domed stadium, what the kind of atmosphere that UTSA has for its ball games. And hats off to Jeff Traylor and his team, because what they've done over the last couple of years is exhilarating. I mean, it's so much fun to watch this city get behind a Division I football program. Max, you're a football fan. You and I have talked a lot about sports over the years. For the longest time, this is what we wanted. Division I football in San Antonio, successful. UTSA's brought that. And over the last 7 games from September on through the end of the year, more than almost 200,000 people in the Dome for UTSA football and the Conference USA Football Championship. And then you bring in XFL. The Alamodome was built for football in so many ways. It took a while, but we have big-time football in there now.
Okay, so next year is the Alamodome's 30th birthday, and what has this facility meant to San Antonio?
A friend of mine asked me that the other day who's been here all these years, and he said, one thing that comes to mind for me is it's just a place of memories. It's a place of moments. When you talk about the quality of life in San Antonio, when you talk about even industries and companies coming into San Antonio looking for things for their employees. And not only that, but the locals and the things that we've experienced at the Alamodome over the years. I joke all the time that they've dumped enough confetti out of the rafters of the Alamodome to cover the Alamo. And I don't think I'm that far off on that. I mean, we have decided championships, we've decided moments. The Alamodome is an important part of the San Antonio landscape, but not only because of what it brings, but just the spotlight that it brings on San Antonio time and again. 2018, Max and I were shooting baskets at 4 a.m. For the Final Four as he was doing all kinds of live hits there. And I thought at the time, I mean, those are the kind of events that come in and shift a big old spotlight and drive revenue in San Antonio.
Speaking of big spotlight on the Alamodome, Bad Bunny was massive for the Alamodome in San Antonio. Can we see anything that big to that extent coming in the next year or two?
Well, you know, as a man of a certain seasoning, when Bad Bunny came in, I didn't even know who he was, to be honest, but a lot of people did. We had 54,000 people there. It drove millions in revenue in the Alamodome. Those are the kind of events that not only, again, we talked about the spotlight, that was an international spotlight event. For that one night, San Antonio was the center of the entertainment universe, and it was just so much fun to be around. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. I think we've got events coming in. I think the Alamodome is being established as an entertainment center. And as those things happen, that, of course, brings in revenue for the city, but also brings that spotlight that shows people what San Antonio is all about. And it's the place you want to be. That's what a concert like Bad Bunny brings.
All right, Richard Oliver with the Alamodome. It is the place we want to be. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard. Anyone who missed any part of the interview or any details of the events, we're going to have all that information throughout the morning on ksat.com.
Hello, everybody. Stefania Jimenez here. Thank you so much for watching KSAT's YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.